Aging is one of biology's greatest mysteries. No one is spared from the inevitable effects of physical aging. Aching joints, muscle loss, declining vision, increased fatigue, and a multitude of symptoms associated with getting old. This is a universal human experience. Our bodies are designed to live for a certain number of years based on our genetics. Damage occurs to our DNA over time until it is too much for our bodies to withstand. Dwindling stem cells with age, an accumulation of misfolded protein aggregates the consequences of the aging process. This is the science behind aging. So is it possible to reverse aging? What then is the science behind reversing aging? 53-year-old genetics professor Dr. David Sinclair is an anti-aging researcher. He claims his biological age is 10 years younger.
You mentioned the bioswitches. What we discovered in my lab and in many labs around the world that there are genes that control how long we live. Some of us are born with the best versions of those genes, and those people tend to live over 100.
Professor Sinclair says aging is easier to slow and reverse than we thought.
And so what I've, over time, learned to do is to skip meals. I'm not always successful. Sometimes I have breakfast in beautiful places. But my goal is to not eat a large meal until dinner.
Who doesn't really want to stay young? In the past, people have tried to find the fountain of youth. Some claim they have. Recently, an American entrepreneur, Brian Johnson, even had his son's blood pumped into his 45-year-old body. He claims to have grown 5 years younger in the process. But the effort has gotten even easier now, and it comes in the form of enzymes and capsules and hormones and syringes. And it is getting increasingly popular in India.
The simplest procedures are chemical peels, which are nothing but topical solutions which are applied over the face. They are done by your dermatologist in their clinic or hospital. They are not to be used by you at home.
Fine lines, white hair, wrinkles, sagging skin, crow feet. There are just many signs of aging. Aging is actually a natural process, but due to environment and lifestyle factors, the cells in the body can worsen faster, essentially accelerating aging. But if we know what accelerates aging, can we also reverse it? Traditionally, face rejuvenation involves surgical resection of sagging skin. But there are minimally invasive therapies to keep the years at bay. These include daily skincare, use of topical agents, chemical peelings, lasers, injectable rejuvenation, botulinum toxin and soft tissue augmentation using dermal fillers. Each of these therapies promise a healthier and younger looking skin. But do they come without risks? Absolutely not.
Risk arises if we underdo a procedure or overdo a procedure. And also it has to be kept in mind that these patients are 50 plus, all their medical conditions, what drugs they are taking, if any, should be taken into consideration.
A study by scientists at Harvard Medical School, Massachusetts, confirmed that a combination of drugs can actually reverse the aging process by not just rejuvenating the skin, which is just one factor, but also by reviving muscles and vital organs in a short time. That wholly will help us understand the science behind reversing aging. The study was actually conducted on mice and involved administering 3 different drugs: a growth hormone, metformin, and a drug to activate the enzyme AMPK. The treatment resulted in the rejuvenation of aged muscles, liver tissue, and other organs. So far, these haven't been approved by the US FDA, but very soon, metformin is likely to be approved as an anti-aging drug. The latest anti-aging treatments include polylactic acid, or PLLA, or PDRN. While PLLA is injected into the skin in desired areas to stimulate collagen, PDRN and exosomes are applied on the skin. Microneedling is done to penetrate them into the dermis, which is the deeper layer of the skin. These are the messengers which give instructions to cell components called ribosomes to make new cellular structures. Other treatments include high-intensity focused ultrasound, platelet-rich plasma injection, fillers, Botox, thread lifts, microneedling, fractional laser resurfacing. Also, acid skin boosters, chemical peels, and hydrofacial. Mesotherapy, a technique that injects vitamins, enzymes, hormones, and plant extracts to rejuvenate and tighten skin as well as remove excess fat. Recently, Soha Ali Khan shared a picture of her from a hospital bed after a glutathione trip. Netizens were also quick to point out Alia Bhatt's glutathione skin after she appeared visibly fair with Gal Gadot in an interview. Priyanka Chopra is also said to be using the same chemical. Celebrities like Rihanna and Lil Kim have all spoken clearly and openly about using glutathione or having treatments like vitamin drips called Cinderella drips. But doctors advise caution.
The reason why it is important to get these IV glutathione drips only in a doctor's clinic is because aseptic sterile precautions are essential, and these are followed always in a doctor's clinic. Also, we explain the scientific principle and rationale behind these glutathione drips before we administer them to a patient. And we also ensure the appropriate dilution as well as the appropriate dosing schedule and dose of glutathione so we can get safe and effective results.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.